Begin.
Except I think,
Yep.
can they roll it out or no?
It's fine, the microphone's attached.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, let's roll it out a little bit.
Okay. Begin. Yes? No? Okay. Okay. My name is John Levin. I have lived in Norwalk for 32 years, and I've seen lots of changes. The vast majority of these changes, in my view, have made our city a better place to live. But I think we can still make meaningful improvements. Lopsided single-party rule isn't healthy for any city. While it's much easier to identify problems and to gripe about them, it's much harder to find workable solutions. I want to work on solutions. I have decades of business experience. I think strategically. I'm an evidence-based decision maker, and I get things done. Toward that end, I hope to serve all residents by pushing to make our local government more transparent and to serve all residents by and be more considerate of the views of the general public. Norwalk needs to continue to be a place where people feel they can voice their opinions in a respectful and welcoming environment. We really should have town halls in different parts of the city at different times. Let's debate issues thoroughly and try to find good solutions to real problems, and let's ensure that all residents can feel their concerns are being heard. Find out more about me by visiting my campaign Facebook page, Levin for Norwalk, and also take my palm card. My phone number is on it, and I would love to answer your questions. And of course, I ask for your vote for Common Council at Large on November 7th. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Glenn Anacone. I'm a second-generation Norwalker. My grandfather bought the property that I live on in 1905 and established a farm there. I realize that we must move forward as a city, and there will never be another Old MacDonald Farm, or Carroll's, or Wetson's, or Caldor's, or Bradley's, or even the Grand Union, where I had my first job pushing carriages. But we have to put the brakes on the overdevelopment of apartments in the city. We don't want to become another Stanford. We want to be Norwalk. All of these apartments must be protected by automatic sprinklers. Are we stretching our limits on water supply? As a former city's fire marshal, that's a concern of mine. We also should hire more Norwalkers for our fire departments and police departments by giving residents an extra 10 points towards their test scores. Fire department used to do that, but they stopped years ago. There's a feeder program in the high school called a cadets program that should also be give the residents the extra points. Let's take advantage of our local talent. I hope I can count on your vote on November 7th. Thank you.
Okay, which one? Is this the live one? Handheld. Okay, great. All my favorite things. Good evening, everybody. And in my closing statements tonight, I will be new to elected office if I am elected, and it would be a dream, but have no doubt I am an experienced leader in the corporate world and in the federal government. I've had a little bit of that, and in your local government. I'm a member of the Board of Ethics here. So I do have a well of experience, and my successes have always been based on three things I believe to my core, and that is I serve you, and that diversity of thought is paramount in a group, a governing group, or any group of leadership, and collaboration, working together. And with that, you get a better quality of decisions. I stand steadfast and believe that the quality of protecting Norwalk's quality of life, sorry about that, is paramount. That involves infrastructure, that involves stopping this intense development, and it involves governance issues in terms of getting the funds we deserve for education and also getting, growing our tax basis before we all get shocked on evaluation. Listen, I do believe that protecting our quality of life is best with a mixed party common council. There is nothing wrong with mixed representation. Sorry to go over, but there's nothing wrong with it. We'll be better for it. Thank you.
Jill Bennett.
I'm too talkative.
This one? Hello? Patricia, you are one tough act to follow. My name is Jill Bennett. I'm running on the independent line, and I want to preface by saying that I'm a lifelong Democrat who fell in love with Norwalk when I moved here in the mid-1990s. For 20-plus years, I simply voted along my party's line until I started paying attention to what was and what was not being accomplished by our city's elected officials and governing bodies. Our roads have become a nightmare, our schools are getting barely passing grades, and the only ones who seem to be getting ahead are the developers, whose fortress apartments none of our leafier suburban neighbors want. Developers know that Norwalk will afford them rubber stamp approvals. We need checks and balances to meet the needs of our rapidly growing city and its constituents. Not a crazy idea, since, as I mentioned to all of you earlier when I met you, our country was founded on the principle of checks and balances. So why vote for me? I'm a longtime volunteer in support of communities that I care about and have dedicated myself to learning about. The disenfranchised, the disabled, and yes, the regular Joes of Norwalk. For 20-plus years, I've worked in the corporate world, which requires a balance of critical thinking and diplomacy. We need adults in the room who will routinely ask questions in support of our constituents' quality of life, and I will do that. Thank you.
Jeff Goldstein. Oh, I'm sorry, Fred Burnett. Bennett, Burnett,
Good evening. Thank you to the League of Women Voters for coordinating tonight's forum, and thank you to the Norwalk residents who came out tonight to support this event. I am thoroughly invested in our community, as I have called this amazing and diverse city my home for almost 30 years, and have actively been committed to serving to create a positive and impactful difference. I'm honored to have earned the endorsement of the Norwalk Democratic Town Committee and the Working Families Party. This support confirms my unwavering commitment, common sense thinking, razor-sharp focus to ensuring that all residents will have a community that they will be proud to call home. Running for public office is a challenge that takes energy, enthusiasm, and grit. And I have embraced that challenge, and I am excited to run for re-election. My background includes over 35 years of technical and managerial experience focused on taking a problem, changing the variables, and coming up with solutions. I currently serve as the president of the Common Council and the chair of the Finance and Claims Committee. In both of these positions, I work closely with board members and the public in terms of creating solutions. I wholeheartedly hope that I have served you well and that I can count on your support on Election Day. Thank you.
Josh Goldstein.
Hi, everyone. We've done a lot of talking tonight about
policy and issues, and it's really important. But the thing that I think is most important in an election is our values, who we are and who we want to be, because that's what's on the ballot. We, and myself and my Democratic colleagues, we work every day to make Norwalk a more livable, sustainable, and equitable city. We want to enhance quality of life. We want to make sure that Norwalk is environmentally safe for now and the future. And we want to make sure that Norwalk maintains and grows its most important values, that we're diverse, that we're welcoming, that we are diverse in age and business and innovation and education and the ability to enjoy life with each other. And equity. Equity is so important, and one of the things I've learned on the council is it's one thing to talk the talk, but you have to walk the walk. Relatively recently, we had a vote on the council about building and designing a new playground around Meadow Street. There was a little pushback on the subject. And one of my colleagues, Nicole Ayers, raised her hand and said, if we are going to build a state-of-the-art playground in Cranberry, we also need to make sure that we're building a state-of-the-art playground in South. She was absolutely right. We unanimously voted in support. We want to make sure that Norwalk is livable, sustainable, and equitable now and into the future. That's why I'm running, and I hope I can earn your support on November 7th. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, first of all, I want to thank everyone for being active participants in this public forum. I wish there were more people here, but it's a work in progress. I also want to thank you for your patience in sitting through so many candidates. Now, having been raised in Norwalk my entire life has given me a unique perspective to witness firsthand how this city has evolved from a city that had areas that were significantly underdeveloped, city departments underdeveloped, to a city today that's made significant, undeniable improvements, thriving with young professionals and the energy and the ideas they bring, thriving with new families that want to make Norwalk their home, new businesses, and the services provided to them on a daily basis. And more importantly, or not more importantly, but just as important, a cultural shift in the mindset towards environmental sustainability. Now, let me say a vote for me is a vote for the value added that I bring to all this progress that's been going on and it's going to continue to go on. Now, despite all the nonsense, the ridiculous comments in the context of development with prejudice and racist undertones directed at my cultural heritage, I guarantee you I will still bring my very best to the seat, grounded in moral principle, always, grounded in intellectual virtues, always, and grounded in a systematic approach in my decision-making process that will help ensure Norwalk remains strong, innovative, and is welcoming to everyone. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. I appreciate each of you taking the time to be here. I know you guys probably do better things with your schedules. When I'm elected to the Common Council, sorry, I started in the wrong place. So, I also want to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting this. I'm a proud Norwalker with a young family. I'm an active member of the Hispanic community. My commitment to you and my own family is to help our wonderful city, to keep it moving forward, to work daily with residents and who express their concerns and disappointments with many quality of life issues that go unanswered and are slow to be resolved. I believe that we can streamline many of the processes currently in place to show that we care about our residents and make their concerns a priority. We are all in this together. All of you being here simply reinforces my decision to run for City Council. In the next 2 years, we must tackle and be transparent in our decisions about zoning, traffic, infrastructure, parking enforcement, education, and the local economy. I want you to know that all of your opinions will be welcomed and addressed by me and brought to the full council and mayor. Local politics is about community, not party affiliation. I want to be part of the change to bring all Norwalkers together and create a better future for everyone in our community. Thank you again. Vote for me November 7th. Accountability, checks, and balances.
Nora Nijelski, Eichner.
Thank you all very much for coming out tonight. Thank you to the League. To not repeat what I said earlier, I know you've all heard it 7 times, but I think that I am running because I think Norwalk is an incredible place. It is a place that is really rare in America in terms of the diversity of our citizenry, the diversity of our income, the diversity of our backgrounds, the ways in which we are all part of this community, no matter where we came from. And I am very invested as a member of the council now, as I hope to be a member of the council in the future, in maintaining this welcoming nature, this value of diversity, this value of equity, this value of sustainability, this belief that this is a city that as we invest in it and it grows, it gets better and better. It serves more people, it serves people better with higher quality services, with better schools, with new amenities, new parks, new sidewalks. We make this a place that is ever better for its residents to live. And in my time on the council, I've really invested in learning. What's going on here? How do our systems work? The complexities of navigating between charter and state law. I've used my curiosity and my intellectual background. I work as an attorney, so yes, I do really read these documents in great detail, to really think, how can we find improvements here? What are the questions we can ask to push ourselves farther, to have a stronger vision for the future, to do more that plans and places us in a position to be the city we want to be now, but the city we want to be to face our coming challenges over the next few years. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Barbara Smith.
Hi, guys. Thank you to the League of Women Voters for hosting this forum and to all of you who came out tonight and our ability to address your questions and concerns. I'm a mom of 3 Norwalk Public School graduates, retired Norwalk Public School teacher, grandmother of 2, and resident and taxpayer for 25 years. I've been deeply honored and grateful to serve the city I love as a member of the Common Council and hope for your support as I seek my 4th term. I'm a committed public servant with no agenda other than to serve my community with honesty and integrity, values instilled in me by my 90-year-old dad. I've served as Common Council President, Majority Leader, and Chair of the Community Services Committee, where I work to improve the quality of life for all of Norwalk's citizens and toward an equitable and just city. I currently chair the Public Works Committee, advocating for safe streets and sidewalks, sustainable waste and recycling management, and a resilient Norwalk for the future. I believe there is more that unites us than divides us. I believe in keeping public discourse positive and respectful, and that we can all work together for the Norwalk that we want, a financially healthy city that offers fair taxes, top quality schools, a great park system, entertainment and culture, good services for our elderly and disadvantaged, and to leave a resilient and sustainable city for our children and grandchildren. If we come to the table with an open mind, willingness to listen to all perspectives and base decisions on facts and research, there's nothing we can't accomplish together. Let's do this, Norwalk. I hope I can count on your vote to keep Norwalk moving forward.
And lastly, Rich Valentine.
I get that a lot. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Rich Bonifant. I served on the city council as a member 7 times under 3 different mayors, and before that I was the chairman of the Human Relations Commission here in Norwalk. Norwalkers have to decide which direction we want to go. Do you want to continue building apartments and strain the infrastructure, Or do you want to keep the open space we have, preserve the waterfront, and be able to enjoy the clean water at our beaches? Enforcing the rules of the city shouldn't be a burden to the departments, it should be a priority. Is there a population goal? What is it? How many people can be living here in our fixed boundaries and still be able to get around the city? Where's the property tax relief for seniors who want to remain in their home? If you ever worked and live, if you ever worked in your life and live on a modest pension, there's nothing for you. You're paying full value on your property. If you care about the environment, we have to stop overbuilding. We need to re-examine the enterprise zone. What should be an incentive to be helping businesses create jobs has evolved into tax breaks to build market-rate apartments that often push other residents out of their homes. Finally, if elected, I will represent the people who want to protect their neighborhoods. Thank you.
Thank you, candidates. Thank you, audience, for attending. We hope you'll join us next Thursday evening for the mayoral and the Common Council in-district forums that will be held at Congregation Bethel, just down the street at 109 East Avenue. We'll start out with the mayoral forum and then break down into individual rooms for the in-district forums, very similar to what we did this evening. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate your time.